Now, in times of immense tragedy in this country, there are also countless powerful examples of the loyalty shown to those left devastated by the war. More in this report on how bonds are formed in combat and they continue long after the battlefield.
This little girl is starting her first day of school without her father, who was killed in combat in the Gaza Strip. Instead, she is accompanied by her father's tank commander, Vtr Tadmor. Sergeant Major Zachariah Pesach Haber was 32 years old when his tank was attacked in Gaza. He left behind a wife and 3 children. Even while recovering from his injuries, Tadmor watched over Zachariah's wife, Talia, and their children.
So since the start of August, I knew that I want to help Talia with September 1st, to take the kids to Gan and to school. For me, it felt like not the right thing, but the only thing I can do.
For Talia, sharing what her husband's commander did felt reassuring.
Everyone around me is broken and sad and depressed. And I was like, you know what, I have something uplifting and I want to share it because this really is uplifting. And it wasn't that like the hostages are safe and healthy and back. It wasn't. It was a little story about a sweet commander stepping in for his fallen comrade and taking his kids to school. And it gave that little bit of fresh air. It gave it to me and it gave it to everybody I sent it to. And then so I sent it to the first 1 or 2 people, just like, by the way, just a beautiful thing.
Talia also shares who her husband was. Zachariah posthumously received his doctorate in agronomy. He loved painting and writing songs, such as this one that celebrates the holiday of Shavuot.
את קצירה, מונים שבועות שיבה.
Professionally, he studied how to grow wheat in the desert. He was brilliant, like genuinely brilliant. Much more than normal intelligence. Like he would learn languages for fun, multiple languages, including Catalonian, Welsh, Amharic, Russian. Like really, he would learn a plethora of languages for fun. He went to the Gush for yeshiva. While he was there, he was choosing what to do in the army. He said, if everybody intelligent goes into intelligence and Modi'in, who will be in Kravi, who will be in combat? So he chose to be in combat. He had finished as a commander. Going into Miluim, he said, I don't want to be a commander in Miluim. I would rather be a loader. So he was a loader, and he loved it.
There are 2 special things that I think makes the IDF special from other armies in the world. The first one is the commander is not a guy who is above his soldiers. We're always try to be shoulder to shoulder, level-eyed with our soldiers. First of all, when I got my new soldiers in Miluim, Zachariah, Yair, and Adi, I tried my best to make a relationship and not just a connection between 2 colleagues or a commander and soldiers. And when Zachariah went home, he always sent me pictures with the kids when they eat breakfast or when he play with the kids, pillow fights or something like this. So I already felt connected, even though out the service. And while we were on a mission, the tank is a very small place. It looks big, but inside it's very intimate. To spend 18 hours together without going out. I always said that 3 months as a tank friend, you can compare it to a friendship of regular people in like 3 years.
When Talia shared the story with influencer and former Knesset member Dov Lippman, he immediately posted it.
I really felt that this is a story that people have to see during this time. So I'm thrilled that it went to hundreds of thousands of people, because that means that 2 things. Number one, hundreds of thousands of people were inspired in general by Tadmor, by the commander, but I also felt that it meant that hundreds of thousands of people will hear more about Zachariah, and that was important to me as well.
I just want everybody to know that I did for Zachariah what I did because he was the perfect father. It wasn't like I'm going to Miluim and it's a little bit rest from the kids. He always told me that coming back to the service, this is his rest.
Their message, the people who have passed away, is keep on going. We're here to stay, and this story is just one little tiny example that can be magnified millions of times over, that shows why we're never going to be defeated.
On Twitter, this story has been viewed more than 250,000 times, inspiring supporters of Israel and showing that, across the country, countless people are coming together to support the widows, orphans, and parents who have lost loved ones in the fighting.
And with that powerful and inspiring story, we wrap up this edition of The Rundown. I'm Benita Levine, live in Tel Aviv. Thank you for watching.